The wind howled through the narrow pass as the group set up camp, the icy fingers of the storm pulling at their tent as if the mountain itself resented their presence. Dyatlov, ever the determined leader, brushed off the uneasy feeling gnawing at his gut. He had been through worse storms before. This was just another challenge on the telltale toll. But that night, something was different. As the snow thickened and visibility fell to nothing, a faint low growl could be heard in the distance. Doroshenko sat up, rubbing his ears.
"Did you hear that?"
He whispered, his voice trembling. Doroshenko, lying next to him, nodded slowly, his face pale under the dim glow of the camp's lantern.
"It's just the wind,"
Dyatlov said, though even he could not hide that doubt creeping into his mind. The growling grew louder, now accompanied by heavy, deliberate footsteps. They were too rhythmic, too purposeful to be mistaken for shifting snow. Ludmilla grabbed the lantern and moved to the tent's entrance, but before she could pull back the flap, the entire structure trembled as if something enormous had brushed past it. Suddenly, a terrifying roar filled the air. A sound not like any animal they knew, but something larger, something monstrous. Without thinking, Dyatlov grabbed the knife, slashed through the tent's fabric from the inside. Panic overtook them as they bolted into the snow, inadequately dressed, racing for the tree line. Their feet sank into the deep snow as they stumbled through the darkness, the roars echoing closer behind them. Zenyatta screamed first, her voice cutting through the night as something pulled her back into the storm. Dyatlov turned to see a massive, snowy creature looming just beyond the swirling snow, its glowing eyes locked onto the fleeing group. Whatever it was, man or beast, it moved with inhuman speed and strength. They had no chance. In the chaos, some of them scrambled up a large pine tree, desperately trying to escape the creature. Doroshenko clawed at the bark, leaving branches in a frenzy, but the creature was relentless. The fire they managed to build barely kept the terror at bay. Hours later, when the rescue team arrived, they found a scene no one could explain. The tent was torn from within, belongings and shoes abandoned in haste. The first bodies, those of Doroshenko and Doroshenko, lay by the tree, their eyes wide open in terror, with their clothes stripped off in what seemed like desperation. Dyatlov and the others lay scattered, frozen, their faces twisted in horror. Ludmilla's tongue was gone. Others had bones crushed as if something unimaginably strong had attacked them. The investigation concluded it was a compelling natural force, but there were whispers, rumors that those who knew the mountain spoke of a creature, massive and elusive, known only in the darkest corners of folklore. Some said it watched from the shadows, waiting for those who dared venture too far into its domain. The area was closed for 3 years after the incident, but some believe it wasn't to protect the people from the mountain. It was to protect the creature from the people. Now, 65 years later, the pass remains cold, desolate, and silent. But on nights when the wind howls through the pass and the snow swirls, some say they can still hear the growl of the beast, waiting.